Prior to meeting Danny Johnson, I had built a very successful business, but I had done it in all the wrong ways. I was burnt out. My marriage was a nightmare. If that wasn't enough, I was over $400,000 in debt. After plugging into Danny Johnson and her training, I paid off all of our debt, have been completely debt-free for over 2.5 years, and my marriage is now a dream. I'm telling you what, the secret sauce is Danny Johnson. I have been able to make just under $2 million in the last 2 years, had my record-breaking year in a recession, 2009. If you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, sick of being stuck, get yourself to the next event.
Before coming to Danny Johnson, I was actually in the military, $116,000 in debt, working 50 to 60 hours a week, totally stressed out, had no time with my family. I got started in a home business. I didn't know what I was doing. I had made no money. I came to a training event, I plugged into Danny Johnson's training, and my very first month out of that event, I made $13,000 working part-time. My first year, I made $104,000. I went on to make a six-figure income every single year. So far this year, we've made $43,000 in the last 2.5 months. I would definitely recommend plugging into Danny Johnson's training right away if you want to be successful.
I was failing at my marriage. I was not getting along at all with my then 13-year-old. I was on my way to being walked out the door at my job, and I was in tons of debt, and my weight was completely out of control. After coming to Danny Johnson's, my life was radically changed. I get along wonderfully with my now 14-year-old. My marriage went through the roof. My job, they were arguing over who could have me on their team. I paid off over $40,000 of debt and lost 85 pounds.
Prior coming to First Step Success, I was a broke, laid-off construction worker. I was stressed out, had little or no direction in life. I was over $100,000 in debt. Since coming to Danny Johnson, I have learned how to pay off about $120,000 of debt in the last 24 months. I've grown a retail company from the ground up. We made $1 million in our first year. We did that again in the second year, and currently on track to hit another $1 million in our third year. Wouldn't know where I'd be at today. She has drastically transformed my life in so many different areas.
After doing First Steps in October, I have seen massive growth in the people joining the business and the retention of people in the team. I personally feel that while Danny's books and audios are essential to anybody to start off with, actually coming to the event gives you so much more. I would say to anybody, you can get a lot out of the books and CDs and the website. However, by coming to the course, you actually go away with skills that you can put into practice right that day. There's no waiting around.
My life was a mess. I had no relationship with my children. My marriage relationship was really not really good either. My life was just really in uproar. I'd lost £250,000 to a business partner, and it just seems like nothing was working for me. So I went to First Steps to Success, and I learned some skills that really transformed my life. What happened is I came out of First Steps, and I immediately became one of the top recruiters in my organization, earned £40,000 over a 4 or 5 month period. Consequently, I now have a relationship with my children. I've earned far more money in less time. Guys, First Step to Success is the most amazing, life-transforming thing you could ever find. You ought to be there. Don't miss that.
Since coming to Danny Johnson's event, I've seen a definite improvement with my little boy using the Grooming the Next Generation for Success. I also brought several people from my business here. We've seen a profit increase of $5,000, and the morale has definitely been improved. We also use her Grooming the Next Generation in our school, and parents are starting to see a difference in that as well. So I would definitely encourage anybody to be able to bring their friends and family and come. It'll do a major improvement for their lives.
Went in very first session. I was the very first person up. Didn't know anything about Danny Johnson. She gives me a suggestion that night that I incorporated the very next day with the clients that I was working with, generated leads that produced substantial amount of income. Danny's over the top. She's over the top. She will raise the level of your output significantly. Just in accountability alone, she upped my output, raised me to the next level, and I'm looking forward to significant results as a result of it.
I went into a job interview into a nursing profession job, which I hadn't been in nursing in 10 years, and I got the job using her proven strategy that I learned here at First Steps. At the same time, because of the strategy, they lined me up for a promotion. 6 weeks later, I got the promotion. Then on top of that, 2 days ago, I got a raise at a company where they haven't given a raise in a year. So all I know is if you come to First Steps, you'll learn the exact same strategy that I learned here to get a job in a down economy, to get a raise, to improve your marriage, to have some fun, to live again and to enjoy what life's all about. You need to get here.
We thought, wow, she's fantastic. What I'd heard about her before, I was a bit skeptical, but seeing her live, it really, really does motivate and change you. What Danny has taught me is how to work with your teams, how to talk to customers, clients, and you can just pick it up on a day-to-day basis and grow and grow and grow, which is what I'm doing at the moment.
Prior to getting started with DannyJohnson.com and First Steps to Success, we were $173,000 in debt. In the last 2 years, we paid off $150,000 thanks to Danny. Our marriage was on the rocks, stressed, we didn't understand each other, but now our marriage is like honeymoon. We get along, we like to be around each other. Our children used to bicker and argue, and our house was just kind of in chaos all the time and very, very stressful. But now we live in peace. Our children know how to honor each other and us, and my children are on track, being groomed for success as well.
Prior to getting started and coming to First Steps to Success, I was a civil engineer working, to me it was a dead-end job. Since coming to First Steps to Success, I've started my own engineering company, went from ground floor 0 to over 6 figures in my companies combined together. If you're ever thinking of coming to First Steps to Success, do whatever it takes to get here. I promise your life will never be the same.
Either I'm going to live my life according to the circumstances that I've got in front of me, or I'm going to live it according to where I want to go. Which one will you pick? Step up, get up, do something, and don't stay the same. That's not where you're supposed to be.